Hello everybody and welcome back. My name's Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor. So in today's video I'm going to be doing another comparison video between two of the Fiddlerman violins. I have reviewed all 6 of the Fiddlerman violins separately, as well as done 3 comparison videos, and what I will do is leave links to all of those videos directly underneath this video, as well as the individual videos for the other reviews in the set. The 2 violins I'm going to be comparing are these two. Now this one is the Fiddlerman Master Violin and this one is the Fiddlerman Soloist Violin. So these sit at number 5 and number 6 out of the Fiddlerman series of violin. So this is the 5th one and this is the last one, so technically the best one. And the Master comes in at $799 US and the Soloist comes in at $1,399 US. So with the technical specifications of these, I've gone into a lot more detail in the individual reviews, so I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I've already discussed that in the individual videos. If you want to see more details, head over to the individual reviews of each one that I've done, or you can go direct to the Fiddlerman website and I will put links to all those things directly underneath this video. But just talking about the physical differences, there aren't really a huge amount. They've both got Desbiel bridges, they both have one fine tuner. The Master has a little bit of embellishment on the pegs, on the end of the pegs there, and some matching embellishment on the tailpiece here. You don't have that on the Soloist, but I mean that's just purely aesthetic. The Master has a 1-piece back and the Soloist has a 2-piece back, and as I've said in the individual videos, it really doesn't matter whether you've got a 1 or a 2-piece back, but those are just some physical differences. This one is slightly kind of yellowish, more yellowish toned in colour, and this one's slightly warmer with red in colour. But they both more or less look physically the same, and everything on them is ebony, which is the pegs, the fingerboard and the tailpiece as well. Okay, moving on to the demonstration. So I'm just going to play 1 piece side by side or back to back so you can hear the immediate differences between the two. But as I said previously, if you want to hear more about this violin in detail, head on over to the individual review video that I've done of this. That will be linked underneath this video, and you'll be able to hear me do more of a performance of this violin if you really want to hear how it sounds. Alternatively, you can check out the little kind of video montage that I've put together, or the video performance montage that I've put together, and that is for all of the performances I did for each violin video review. I've put that together in one kind of monster montage video where you can hear each violin play each piece that I played side by side, back to back, which is a really good comparison and will really show you what each of the violins sounds like separately just in one video. I also want to mention as well that I've done nothing to either of these violins, so I've just got them straight out of the box. I've given them each a quick little tune and I've just applied rosin to the bow, and that's absolutely it. So my thoughts and opinions on these is that they are both very nice violins. They are both very advanced violins without a shadow of the doubt, because you're paying more money for them anyway. So not only is the setup on them really nice, but the scope of sound is really nice on both of them. I would say this one has a much larger scope, meaning that I think if you were playing the much harder technical pieces, then this one's going to cope better than this one will. But then, you know, this is almost double, near enough double the price of this one. So one would kind of expect this one to cope a little bit more. I can tell when I was playing that this one has a little bit more room for negotiation, so I reckon I could squeeze even more than I was playing. I was only playing a short extract of a piece of music, but I can tell that this would give more if I was really challenging it on the G string and the E string. I think this one has a very, very wide scope as well, but just not as wide as this one. But again, you would expect that between the two. They're both very, very smooth to play. I would say that this has a slightly brighter tone to it than this one, but this one sounds more mature to me. I'm not sure how that's coming off on the recordings, but that's what it sounds to me in the room. This one felt a little bit smoother, but I think what this has going for it is the scope, the maturity of the wood, and the fact that it will change and it will mature even more into a better sound as time goes on. And in conclusion, who do I think these are for? I definitely think these are for advanced players, for sure. I think they're for intermediate players looking to upgrade to something. Maybe you're an intermediate player and you're just about to start doing the more advanced pieces, so perhaps more unaccompanied Bachs, Kreutzer studies, the higher end Mozart concertos, that kind of thing. If you're doing something that's a little bit more technically demanding, you're going to need an instrument that's going to live up to those technically demanding pieces, and I think this is going to be it. I think these are both going to play very, very well in sort of 6th and 7th positions. It doesn't matter what string you're going to be on, I think these will both play very, very well in those higher positions. So as I said, I think if you're an intermediate player and you're moving into the advanced stuff, either of these would be a good one to move into. It's just personal preference as to which one you would prefer, what your budget is, what you're looking for, how serious you're taking the violin, that kind of thing. I think both of these would be very good to play in orchestras, so if you're a student or if you are just someone who plays in orchestras and ensembles, these would be very, very nice instruments. I don't think you're going to be letting the team down at all with either of these. So I think if you're playing in part of a group, these are fantastic choices too. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little comparison video, and don't forget, if you want to watch the individual in-depth reviews of both of these violins, head on underneath this video into the description bar, where you will see links to those violin reviews, as well as all the other violin reviews I've done from the Fiddlerman series and the other comparison videos and all the other links and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.